Zugno. Yeah. We be chopping it up. Word around town, we be chopping it up. AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up. Brand new podcast, chopping it up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes, get your ass out the door. We connecting with the people trying to get them some knowledge. Whether working 9 to 5 or trying to get into college. We talking business, religion, race, cops, sports, celebrity.
What's up, everybody? Hey, welcome back, man. You tuned in to the Chopping It Up podcast. I'm here with my great friend, man. I consider him a friend, mentor. Man, I tell you, man, this is a man of many hats that he wears and coats. You know, a coat of many colors, so to speak. But at the end of the day, man, I'm here with Dr. Willis Brooks, great friend of mine, man. And we're just talking about life. We're talking about ministry. We're talking about elevation. We're talking about him being who he is in this day and time to be able to educate, to elevate his people. And not only those that, even if you're listening to this right now, you're able to change your life. You got to take my word for it. But you gotta know you want to do that. But okay, preacher, but know what with you and your wife, and do you ever feel like with her saying like you're never satisfied, that it's like, well, am I leaving you behind type thing, or no, do you ever feel like you moving too fast and in a sense with your wife?
No, because I lead. When I say I lead my family, I lead my family. I can tell them we're about to run through that wall. And as long as I run through first, they're going to follow behind me. Yeah. But I feel as though every time I elevate, they elevate. Yeah. If you're the smartest tool in the room, you need to get some more folk in your room. Yeah. You should always have folk around you that's pushing you to be better. Because although she says you're never satisfied, she still pushed me to be better than what I am right now. Yeah. So I feel like those connected to me, when I elevate, they elevate. Yeah. If they want to.
Yeah. That's good stuff, man, because, you know, a lot of time, man, I don't know, man. I be in la land. No, I don't be thinking about no elevation and all that. I just do. But now you've put something on my mind to consider. Like God say, consider thy ways, Anthony.
Mm-hmm. That's what
consider your ways, boy.
That's what it say.
You know, but at the end of the day, man, I know I haven't always been. I ain't always been the smartest tool in the room. I can honestly say that. I ain't always been the smartest tool. No, I ain't always been the smartest tool. Yeah, let me stick with that. But at the end of the day, man, it's always good to know that, you know, there are parts in people's lives that we can change, as being a young man, a young lady, because we don't know it all. You know, and I'm quite sure what you going through, all the education part of what you did, getting your master's, just with the in the education department, with what you're saying, with how the behavior part of that. You know, that's part of something that I never would thought anybody would have to go to school and learn. You know what I'm saying?
That behavior has always been a passion of mine. I was always that kid that asked why.
Yeah. So you always wanted to know why people did stupid stuff.
Why you do this? Yeah. Why you do that?
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what made him do that. And I would research and read stuff, but then once I pursued my own degree, you're like, oh, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
Now I see why they did this. So now I see why they did that. I was able to put academics with what I was chasing.
The reality of it.
The reality of it.
Yeah.
And once I realized the reality of it, like my criminal justice, my psychology degree that deals with how people think, and then the behavior analyst degree that I just got that deals with why people do what they do. Yeah. I used to wonder about a whole lot of stuff. Then I started taking that program. It's like, oh, man. It also made life easier.
How's that?
Because when you understand why they act the way they act, you respond differently.
Oh, so the counterpart of it is you learn how to respond.
I've learned how to respond.
Okay.
For instance, let's use the kids. I used to, when I first went into behavior at Davila, I came from the juvenile center. Before the juvenile center, I was at the prison.
Okay.
So I was always, it's going to be my way or no way at all.
Yeah.
But you quickly realize some folk don't respond to that. While some you can be hard on, others you've got to approach it differently. Mm-hmm. And once I learned that everybody has to be dealt with differently, my job got a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
The household got a whole lot easier because I wasn't coming home stressed out about what happened at the job.
Yeah.
And once I did that, man, it's been smooth sailings.
Man, that's good information though, preacher, because a lot of times I respond with behavior on how I'm how they take it to me. And that's not what you're saying is that's not the proper way to deal with that.
No,
because you can't have it's like you said, it ain't no one size
There's
fit
no
all.
one size fit all.
Yeah, so I get what you're saying. Now the hard thing for me is to change.
It was hard for me.
Yeah, but you went to school.
Even after going to school, it was hard for me.
But I ain't going to school.
Because we were raised a certain way.
Yeah, you right.
And so we were raised.
Yeah,
you spout a rod.
Yeah.
And it wasn't no rod sparing.
Yeah.
When we were raised. And we were raised, if what have you, it was kind of rough. Mm-hmm. Nowadays, everybody don't respond that same way.
Yeah.
Because I can handle you rough, but somebody else, me handling them rough, they either shut down or reach their breaking point.
Yeah.
And if they shut down, we're not getting anything. If they reach their breaking point, it's bad and could be dangerous for all parties involved. Because now, once you reach your breaking point, ain't no telling what you may do. Yeah. So now we got to go through putting hands on you, you putting hands on us. And 10 times out of 10, we coming out on top. Because when it's said and done, you going to jail.
Yeah. Y'all hear that? You going to jail. You going there with that foolishness. You going to jail.
But I had to ask myself, was it really worth them going to jail? All because they didn't want to walk a certain way down the hallway.
Yeah.
Or because they didn't want to eat lunch when they wanted to eat lunch. Ultimately, if you get what you want, so you have to change your strategy.
Yeah.
My strategy for you is different from somebody else.
Yeah.
And once I learned that everybody has to be handled differently, there's no blanket to fix all the problems. Mm-hmm. Everything was smooth.
Yeah. It sounds like that. Well, what you've experienced and what you've learned for his behavior helps out tremendously, because I know me, I wouldn't have never thought about no strategy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't have thought about how to respond. Now, this was what I'm finna do since you did this.
It even helped me in the church. Uh-huh. I respond differently. Yeah. It helped me at the house. I respond differently. Yeah. Even helped me with my own kids. Now, I had 2 kids. Yeah. One of them, that boy. Yeah. I got to handle him slightly softer than I handle that girl. That girl will test you gangster. Yeah. Now, the boy, I got to be calm with him. Yeah. Or he shut down. If I'm calm with the girl, she going to test you gangster. Yeah. So, 2 different scenarios, 2 different people, you got to handle differently.
Yeah, because I know coming up, it'd be the other way around, wouldn't
it? It'd be the other way around.
You have to be rough with the boy. And then soft with the girl.
Soft with the girl. No.
Yeah, it's different now.
Time has brought about a change.
Them girls, boy, they tough, doc.
They rough.
Tough.
They are rough.
Man, I just say put a Superwoman cape on them and let them fly. That's what I say. But you can't do that either.
You can let them fly, but you can't let them go too far.
Yeah, you got to have that string on like a kite.
You got to keep that string on. Yeah. That way you have to reel them back in.
Yeah, man. Through all the things in life, preacher, man, what is your most memorable one, like from ministry, whether it's a graduation, whether it's a educated graduation, whether it's a promotion, like in ministry, what is your most memorable mark on ministry?
And they happen pretty much monthly. Anytime somebody, you can see the change in people.
Yeah.
It does something to me because it lets you know that your work's not in vain.
Yeah.
Now everybody might not change, but
Yeah.
we all travel the road at different speeds.
Yeah.
But if I can get see change in one person today that I didn't see yesterday,
Yeah.
I'm satisfied.
Yeah, that's man, if all preachers think like you,
I'm satisfied.
boy, wouldn't be no crime out there.
We as you know, we do the clothing drives with our outreach ministry.
Uh-huh.
We had this one particular clothing drive. Man, it was cold. And we outside at the park.
Mm-hmm.
One person showed up. Now me, that's why I say I still struggle sometimes. Me, man, I done loaded this truck.
Yeah.
I done unloaded this truck pretty much by myself. And ain't but one person show up.
Yeah.
The wife come and say, hey, if we could just reach one,
Yeah.
we've done our job. So that I've taken that with me. If I can reach just one,
Yeah.
then my labor's not in vain. I didn't come for nothing. If I can get just one.
Yeah. See, you better than me. I did, by the hour in, Doc. Hey, man, look, if y'all want me, hit me up. I ain't lying. Man, look here. It's too cold out here, man. This Texas. It don't get cold like that every night, but man, when it do, I'm in the house.
I'm a firm believer in leading by example.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask those that are following me to do something I'm not going to do myself.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I can't fuss at you for not picking up that piece of trash in the sanctuary if I saw it and walk right by it.
Yeah.
So I found that if you lead by example
Mm-hmm.
and with the heart of compassion, we don't have that no more anyway. It's we rule with an iron fence.
Yeah.
But there's so much going on. Folk dealing with enough outside of church.
Yeah.
So you don't know what they carrying when they walk through them doors.
Yeah.
So sometimes they just need somebody to say, hey, man, it's going to be all right. I love you.
Yeah.
They don't need you to say, man, I'll see you walk by that piece of paper you ain't pick up.
Yeah.
We have to do it with compassion.
Yeah, that's true, man. Because you just, like you said, you just never know what people are going through outside of church, or outside of even in their own little old family. Mm-hmm. I know one thing. We all going through that struggle of them groceries.
Man.
That ground meat, pork chop, everything.
Man.
Y'all better leave that beef alone, because that man got that screw worm out there. Be careful. Be careful. The screw worm is in full effect here in Texas. So eat at your own risk. That's the only thing I can tell you. Allegedly. But preacher man, moving forward right along, Doc. Again, man, I appreciate you coming, man, and giving us all your insight. But turning aside, man, preacher, do you cook a little bit?
I do.
Okay.
I cook a lot.
Oh, you do?
I'm not a family where the wife does all the cooking.
Yeah.
I believe in, we say it's 50-50, but I believe it's 100 for 100. You bring your 100%, I bring my 100%.
Yeah.
And we do life together.
Yeah.
I cook. It's rough with my schedule. Like with all the different hats, because if I'm not at the church, I'm doing something for the school district. If I'm not doing something for the school district, I'm doing something for my firearms business.
Man, how you balance all that, Doc?
Man, with a very understanding wife.
God, man.
Because this was the first year in the last 6 years that I hadn't coached. Mm-hmm. I was coaching 3 sports.
I remember that.
So I'm coaching 3 sports on top of working full time, on top of pastoring. And somebody get cut short somewhere. But she was very understanding, because for half the year, she's a single parent. Yeah. But what I do is, now that when all my sports are over, now let me do the cooking. Let me do the cleaning. I'll wash some dishes. You go relax. I got the kids. And it kind of balanced out. But now, with me just working one job and my side business, and I'm not having to do all the coaching, I'm at home at 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And from the time I get home to the kids go to bed, that time is for them. I ain't doing no studying for church. I ain't reading no book. It's for them.
Yeah.
Because if we don't pour into them now, eventually it's gonna be too late.
Yeah, you're right. You're sure right. Man, man, that is amazing, man. Well, with all the degrees and all the accomplishments, how you still able to manage your time, and and spread the time out wisely, man. Because somewhere down the line, I would have lost myself in that.
I've got a good team around me.
Yeah.
A lot of folk try to do it on their own.
Yeah.
But I understand the more helpful folk I got around me, the lighter my load is.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't do it all. What's the point of me trying to do it all and I got you there with me? Mm-hmm. What's the point of having you with me if I'm not going to use you?
Yeah, that's true.
That's like saying I'm a pastor, I'm going to cut hair, I'm going to do all this, and I got you in my corner. What I need to try to cut hair for, and this man been cutting hair for 40 years.
Yeah. That's true.
And good at it.
Yeah.
Why not? I believe in letting my team operate in their lane.
Yeah.
So if they operate in their lane, the stuff will get done faster and better, rather than making them do something. And keeping a good team around you makes a difference.
Yeah. I always heard an old preacher say, man, I ain't never seen in the Bible where God had bench warmers.
Nah.
Nah. And that's kind of considerable what you're saying. Like, there is a fivefold ministry, and everybody's got to be operational in that fivefold ministry. So, and that's what makes up the ministry.
And they have to want to operate.
Yeah.
Because some folk get put in positions, and it ain't your calling.
Man, but why they accept it, though?
Some folk, for instance, you can think of a church, they got an usher standing at the door every Sunday that's mean as a rattlesnake. They ain't your calling.
Yeah.
You got somebody in the choir, they mad every week because it ain't the song they want to sing.
Well, yeah, I know about that choir stuff, because I tried the choir thing myself, man, but them people breath was stinking, so I quit. I say, man, look, y'all breath stink. Y'all singing, and man, look, I can't do this.
But a lot of times, people go, and this is where I get in trouble. Because people go when it comes to ministry, and they neglect themselves.
Yeah.
You'll never hear me tell you, I need you at everything every time the church door open. You need some self-care.
Yeah.
Even Jesus took time to rest.
Sure right.
Because that same principle apply. I was at a job one time, and an individual went home. I ain't gonna call it a job name. Individual went home on his lunch break, had a heart attack and died. On his lunch break. Before 5 o'clock, they had his name off the website. His picture was off the website. And I'm talking about, he was high up in the company. He was like a director. Picture off the website, name off the website. Job was posted the next day.
Wow.
That told me right then.
What they thought about you.
What folk think about you. And I've taken that principle even into the church. You hear a lot of folk, man, I can't go over there for this amount of money. I got to have this much to come. I never put myself in a position to where I'm dependent upon the church.
Yeah.
Because you could decide today, hey, Negro, we don't want you back tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got bills.
Yeah.
That's why I work.
Yeah. That's true.
But you have to, and folk get mad, but yourself and your family is your first ministry.
Yeah.
I can't lead folk if I ain't leading my family correctly. So that's why God first, family a strong second.
Yeah.
And everything else.
Yeah, you're right. Well, people, hey, look, the man is telling you what it is, what a TI is. At the end of the day, you have to open your ears up and listen to what he's saying. Everything makes sense. We have to govern ourselves accordingly, no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing. There is a way of that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof is destruction. So we have to be careful on how we handle people and how people handle us. Because just like you said, some folk want, you got to want this thing.
You got to. Nobody want to be held accountable anymore.
I get that, but where'd that come from?
We've lowered our standards. And when you lower your standards, anything goes.
Uh-huh.
I believe it was Tony Evans. He had wrote a book, and he talked about in his book where his son was on the basketball team. Mm-hmm. And one day he showed up at practice, and his son was dunking. He said he congratulated him, told him, "Good job, son." But he said then after he congratulated him, he told him, "Now lift the goal back up to regular standards." Where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So in essence, whether it's church, whether it's life,
yeah,
whether it's work, we've lowered our standards.
Yeah.
And when you lower your standards, you get what you expect. Mm-hmm. If I'm expecting trash, I'm gonna get trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I go home expecting an argument, any little thing gonna start an argument.
Yeah.
Cup in the sink. Sock on the floor.
Yeah.
Something minute.
Yeah.
If that's what I'm expecting, that's what I'm going to get.
Mm-hmm.
So when I raise the bar,
yeah,
there's another saying that say, shoot for the stars or shoot for the moon.
Yeah.
Because even if you miss the moon, you'll land among the stars. Mm-hmm. Our perspective is different. If you change your perspective, you change your way of life.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what in our culture, I think that is a big thing that we deal with. Because I deal with it here. The perspective of how we think. It's just even when I remember, just to say this real quick, I remember when the election was happening before Trump got back in the office. And I was asking people, I was just kind of curious, hey man, y'all going to vote? Man, they ain't gonna put no, man, why you worry about all that, man? You see what I'm saying? Like
and then we complain about everything that's taking place. Man, well, either y'all didn't vote or you voted for somebody else.
Yeah.
So you can't complain. I tell them at church and even at the house, even at work, you can't complain about a process that you fully have right to put your input and you don't put in the input.
Yeah.
So don't get mad at me if I'm asking, if I tell the wife, I'm going to the store, you need anything? No, I go buy some vanilla ice cream.
Oh, man.
No, I don't need nothing. Now I come home with vanilla ice cream. Now you mad because I didn't get the kind you wanted. Well, you didn't give your input.
Yeah, yeah.
So don't get mad. And that's where we are as a society. We're complaining about everything, but we're not giving any input. We complain about the school board, but we don't show up to school board meetings.
Yeah, you right about that.
The teachers ain't teaching nothing. Okay, when that teacher called you 20 times last 6 weeks, did you answer your phone?
Yeah. When
they sent you an email, did you respond to the email?
Yeah, you got input. People, the word today is called input. So if you don't know what input is, you got to respond. You got to talk. If somebody asks you a question, send you an email, this, that, and the third, make sure you respond. The word of the day is called input. But preacher, I've had apples out of the bag too, man. With just trying to be able to put the input into my actions of. I'm talking about me personally, to make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Because sometimes it's a challenge. Because I expect people to understand where I'm at, but I don't input. So how can I expect that? No, that's the dumbest thing ever, but I thought that.
That got me in trouble.
Yeah.
At one of my.
Well, it got me in trouble too.
At one of my churches that I've pastored. I went in expecting, man, y'all been in church all your life.
Yeah. Y'all should know this.
You should know this. But it took an old member sitting me down. She said, Pastor, you fussing about stuff we supposed to be doing. We ain't doing stuff we doing that we're not supposed to be doing. I said, we've never been taught that. I said, wow. So what I did, I put a suggestion box. Because when you're in an environment long enough, eventually that environment becomes your reality. And it becomes first nature to you, that you respond because that's the way you've always responded. Yeah. And so a lot of them didn't want to put input in openly. So you have to meet them where they are.
Yeah, that's true.
Put a suggestion box out. Put it out in the lobby. What y'all need to learn? What do y'all think?
Yeah.
And that box was full every week. And so we have to change our strategy. Yeah. And when we change our strategy, first we got to change our perspective. And then once our perspective change, then our strategy should change. Yeah. But we have to do it with intentionality behind it. Mm-hmm. We can't just be doing stuff just to be doing it.
Yeah. Well, preacher, you just used a big old word. Now, some of my viewers now, you said intentionality. They might not really understand that, but I'm gonna break it down for y'all. What he's saying is, and when he said that word intentionality, you got to try. You got to try. To sum it up for some of y'all,
do it with purpose.
Yeah, what he said with purpose. Just like when you scratching them lotto tickets, and you getting your Powerball tickets. Do it with purpose. Well, no, that's my bad. I shouldn't even say it. Well. You guys, I'm here with Dr. Willis Brooks, man. We're going to take a break, man. We're going to wet our whistles again, pay some bills, man. But y'all stay tuned. You're tuned in to the Chopping It Up podcast.
Zugno. Yeah. We be chopping it up. Word around town, we be chopping it up. AC the barber, he be chopping it up. Chopping it up. Brand new podcast, chopping it up. You can get you some game or you can get you a cut. We speaking all kind of topics from rich to poor. All negative vibes, get your ass out the door. We connecting with the people trying to get them some knowledge. Whether working 9 to 5 or trying to get into college. We talking business, religion, race, college.